So, alright guys, I haven't really updated anyone on this car. At the minute I've just been going and have a little look at it, but it's now got it at home. So it does need a bit of work, as you can probably tell. Headliner's gone, and some other little bit. So, cleaning the boot of the Lanino, I've put the seats down. I don't know whether the camera's going to get that, but a literal mould growing underneath the seats. Do a valet next week, and it's going in for a proper valet. I'm just trying to get all the heavy stuff off so it doesn't cost as much. There's one way, if you're doing a budget build, try and do most of the stuff yourself. So with cleaning it, you know, try and get all the heavy bits done, and then kind of guide whoever's going to be redoing it, just guide them to the places that need attention basically. So I don't know whether the camera can see it again now, but they come up quite well after one little hoover. Still going to get it shampooed, the carpet light, but it's come up quite nice from the picture before.
Found the source of the smell. You got poo in your Jeep. That's shit. That's proper manure. You've been driving around with sheep shit in your boot. That's what the main smell is.
Of shit behind the seats, had to strip the seat down. Didn't think you could do that, to be honest with you, but if you ever have a smell behind your seat or in your car, have a little look behind this panel. A couple of push fit clips, 3 ones, and then it just pops off. Just get a screwdriver around the edge, as you can see, like the bar cards, proper easy. There was loads of stuff jammed behind this because obviously it comes in and out. So just have a little look behind it and see. Alright guys, so as you've probably seen, got the new Overland project. It's a D2 TD5 facelift. We are going to make this into an Overlander over time. So obviously when we're doing bits we'll bring you back. So just take it around the car. It's quite a nice car. It's got a couple of scratches, some dents, stuff like that. It's got a big crack in the bumper here, but I did want to keep the bumper, but unfortunately with it having the crack, I can't really do anything with it, and they cost the same amount second hand for a heavy duty or a normal one. We'll take it in the inside, so the inside's just been valeted. I don't know if I got any pictures of the way it was before, but it was a mess in here. Everything was covered in dust and dirt. It does still smell like a farm because it did come from a farm, I suspect. But if I could show you what it smelled like, I would. But it smells okay. It doesn't smell too bad. The carpet in the boot, I think, is the issue, because none of the carpets in the actual front of the vehicle smell, other than the one in the boot. So I might try and find a spare one of them and get that changed. We have got some gear gaiters on the way. So we've got some gear gaiters, I've just ordered them. So I'll give them to me interior fella, and he's going to get them done within the next couple of weeks. That'll be in the following video when we're putting them in. But other than that, the car itself, it's nice and clean, tidy, black leather wig. Oh, and as you probably know with Land Rovers, if you're into Land Rovers, the headliners sag, and this one's got that problem. All the sunroof works and everything, it doesn't leak, so don't know how it's happening, but it's got it. So we're going to change that, or we might spray it black. I'm not too sure at the minute. Some more of the damage that the farmers had a fight with a fence post down the back, so all the way along the vehicle. Nothing really I can do about it, but if it's going to be off-roaded or as an overlander, it's pointless really fixing it. I might do it, it might not. Yeah, there's the back, the smelly carpet. I'm going to try my best to try and clean it up nice, but don't know whether I can or not. And then with the back of the vehicle, we're going to put a heavy duty bumper on the back maybe, and a ladder. But we're not 100% on that at the minute because the bumper on the back's actually quite a nice bumper. It's really just for the recovery points that we're going to need. We're going to throw some light guards on it as well. It's going to be more of a stealth overlander than one that stands out. But like you can see, generally a nice car for how much I paid for it. This is broken. It's meant to have like a cup holder in there, as you can see. That's what it was like in the whole car. It was covered in crap. I can't get my hand in there to clean it, but that's broke. But we'll try and get a new one of them, get one of them fitted. I did manage to break this. I had the back of this off, trying to clean all the back of the seats, because as you've just seen, you can literally take these off. They're like a pop, them little tree things. So we popped the back off, cleaned it all out. That took some of the smell away, thankfully, but I've ended up with the problem of a seatbelt being jammed against the seat. So in a couple of weeks I'll come back to it. I won't bring that back in the video, but I'll try and fix it. I don't know whether I can or not. Then with the roof, there is a little bit of rusting happening along here. Don't know what that's being caused by, but it doesn't really worry me at the minute. But we'll probably address it along the lines when we do the underneath, because I'm going to do lanyard guard underneath and stuff like that. Underneath we're going to do heavy duty steering arms and a damper, all a wading kit. We're not going to go too mad with the underneath. Most of the stuff underneath the drivetrain has actually been changed according to the MOT. It says it failed on some prop shafts and stuff, so they've been changed and they seem alright. Yeah, and then we're going to move the roof rack from the D1 onto this. So we'll move all the stuff that we got on the D1 onto this vehicle, so we don't have to buy any extra stuff. Because it is a budget overlander kind of, so we're trying to keep it as cost as low as possible. And then with the wheels and tyres, that's got some general grabbers, I think they're called. Yeah, general grabbers. It's only got 4 though. It's got a weird one on the back. I don't know what the brand is. Sorry. So with these, we're going to be getting 16-inch alloys, black ones, and we're going to respray them, because they're not on the car. I'll respray them before we put them on. This will be something that we'll do last thing with the suspension. We're not too sure what suspension we're going to use, but it's definitely going to be a 2-inch lift. I'm going to do all the brake lines, stuff like that. Make sure there's some weird, I forget what they call, like suspension ball joints, so we're going to need to extend them. But stay tuned with this, because it's going to be a good project, and we'll bring you along. We'll show you what we do and how it turns out. So hopefully it'll go from this to some cool overlander. So that was meant to be the last clip that you've just watched there, but I thought I'd just bring you back dead quick. There's no new updates at the minute to the vehicle. But this weekend I am going to look at some bits and bobs that I found on Marketplace, eBay. I am waiting for some stuff as well. So once we get all them, we'll bring you back, and you can see where we're up to and what we've bought, and how we're doing with doing this vehicle up. I am going to see Shay this weekend to get the fuel regulator done on this car, as it is leaking. So that'll be getting done. So that'll be in the next video. I won't spoil the next one, because that will be in the next one, but I won't spoil it with all the bits and bobs that we're going to be putting on the vehicle. I have also decided at the end of the video there that we're going to stick with the 18-inch alloys. This vehicle is not going to be used for off-roading as such. It's going to be more travel. We're still going to do off-roading, but it's just going to be more travel. So I think with an 18-inch, with a good sidewall, I think they are still 31s. We're going to go for a 265, 65, 18. So that's an equivalent of a 265, 75, 16. So I've still got the diameter across the wheel, and just a little less sidewall, because on this vehicle it's a little bit nicer to look at than obviously your D1, you know, your Defenders, stuff like that. So we're going to try and make it look a bit more like a stealth overlander basically. So when we're parked up or we're going for a village, it's not standing out too much. But yeah, we'll bring you back when we've done all that, because that is the last thing that we'll be doing. But I just thought I'd let you know that'll be changing. So we're sticking with the 18-inch. Don't know what tyres we're getting yet, but we're definitely sticking with 18. And they are a little bit more expensive tyres, but I just think it'll look a lot better with them on, as it is a landmark as well as D2, so it sort of makes it look like the landmark as well with the alloys. Yeah, so the sun's just coming out, so it's blinding me in the face, so I'm gonna go. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit the like button if you've liked it, and if you're gonna like this build, let us know what you think down below. Let us know anything you think that we should do to the D2. If you've got any ideas for us, let us know, and we might be able to give you a shout out as well, if we do use your idea, and if it's a good one. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this one. We'll see you in the next one.